Alright. I didn't really want to make too many aesthetic upgrades to my car, but some of the upgrades, or some of the aero parts do take some of the weight off, like this bumper here. A little bit much for me, but whatever helps me get an advantage, I guess. I didn't buy all of them, I just kind of bought stuff for the front and the rear fender there. Nothing new really. Kind of wondering if I should buy that transmission, but unless those rivals continue to give me trouble, I'm going to hold out on that for now. Yeah, looking at my rivals list, I only have one more WinStars member and one more Rhythm Box member, and then we'll have those two teams down. Yeah, it's pretty flashy, isn't it? That bumper at the bottom. I don't know. It's like unnecessary. Kind of adds some clutter to the back there. Can't really complain. I mean, in later TXR games, you sort of get to you don't have to worry as much about the aesthetics of your car because they all result in similar weight reductions. But in this game, you actually have to kind of make your car look a little silly. Alright. Anyway, we're facing Jazzman, who was the last member of Rhythm Box we have to take down, who seems to be kind of a jerk of a driver since he just rammed me into the wall there. He's driving an S13. That does seem a little bit fast. Nothing we can't handle. Since I started, this is my favorite spot to start on the Shinkanjo, going this way definitely, since it deposits you right here on this section of the long gun. I think I've started every night here at that spot specifically. Yeah, he had a good Jazzman there, had a good start, but couldn't really keep it up. And hopefully we can beat him before we take this curve here. It could have been better. We got the win. And as I just mentioned, it is time for the leader, Rhythm Box, who is our third Shinkanjo leader that we need to take down. What car is that actually? Oh no, it's a wagon. A Subaru wagon? I'm not sure what, some sort of Subaru wagon. This is Hip Hop Junkie. I was looking at their rival description as well, and I was right in that all of they're a team that is united by their love of music, although music and wagons don't seem to be correlated. Their leader's driving a wagon here, but obviously they don't all drive wagons. Hip Hop Junkie here. It's pretty fast, but he's fallen behind, much to, I'm sure, his dismay. And that was actually a pretty easy leader race right there. Oh, who was that? That was a rival. Guess we won't find out. And he just hit something at the end, kind of just accelerated the process. Thankfully, if there's no boss that's coming out now, I'm just going to wait for that person. Yeah, okay. I'll wait. Now, who are you? Oh. Okay. From Team Another Star, this is Hot and Cold. Surprisingly enough, Hot and Cold here is at the bottom of the rivals list if you go into their team. Let's go through other members, but he's also one of the fastest. I know I had a lot of trouble racing against him previously, and I'm not trying to replicate that here. Hopefully we can pull out some sort of win that involves crashing him against the wall, and something happened that did not let me get ahead of him. Ah, no, you hate to see that. What a jerk. He's gonna run away with it now, provided I don't catch up here. I am catching up, actually. That corner right there is one of the few corners where the AI actually slows down. We're actually gonna, yeah, I don't see it happening. But we are entering a favorable section of the map, so I'm going to retire early, just take that L, since it was gonna happen anyway. I'm gonna try to race it again. Oh hey, I got the edge on him here. Starting in this turn. Oh, this turn might hurt me more than it hurts him. Oh no, perfect. Alright. Let's see if I get a more favorable outcome here. And by that I mean not a loss. He's right on my tail. Not surprising for a Subaru, I suppose. Oh, darn it. Not what I was hoping for. Where is he? Still right behind me. And catching up, actually. Nope. Whew, that was close. Didn't want to lose immediately right there. Darn it. Oh my gosh, and I crashed into a wall again. Ugh. It was down to half SP too. So annoying. It's not looking too good for our hero here. By hero, I mean me. That is 2 losses in a row after being the leader of Rhythm Box. Also, just this lackey here is faster than the leader of Rhythm Box and the leader of some other teams, so luck notwithstanding, of course. I mean, I did kind of get unlucky there in terms of the fact that he didn't hit anything. Didn't hit any biggers, I kind of hit the wall. And I was winning there for a while. It's just, I was a little bit demoralized after that. After he passed me for the first time. Move past him here though. See if there's any other interesting wanderers. Well, wanderers would be nice, but just people we can take down. Driving a similar yellow Impreza. Here's Dr. Speed. If his appearance is at all similar to Hot and Cold back there, this is going to be another tough race for us. I don't know if that's a 22B or not, since the 22B is a separate model in this game. But the 22B is actually really good. Cheap too. It's probably one of the best cars for late game. You hate to see that. I'm gonna lose again for the 3rd time in a row. 10 minutes in, I've only gotten 2 wins and 3 losses now. It's not fun. We're not gonna give up though, since I seem to be edging him out just barely in terms of top speed. But the corners are killing me. Okay, and we're still ahead of him, and he bumped me. Perfect. Oh, but he's overtaken me here on the straight. Yeah, it's only when we get up to that, like, peak top speed here on the straightaway, that's where I can finally start to overtake him. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, he's falling behind a little bit. That's good news for me. Ooh, don't want to crash there, that was close. Sore loser. What a jerk. Just when I had the win. Okay. Provided, oh, there's another rival up there. If it's another star member, I'm just gonna go back to the garage since these guys are the toughest team on this section of highway here. There's definitely a time in my last playthrough where I drove with manual transmission, and I had to shift the gears myself. That's actually the optimal way to play, since you don't get like the most out of your transmission, I guess, or your gear ratios if you just let the automatic shift for you. I guess that's just basic car driving principles anyway. Not that I know how to drive an automatic in real life, so. Oh, hang on, the music is. There we go. It's a lot better. But I caved and I bought the new transmission. I wonder if it's going to do me any good. I messed with the gear ratios a bit since that's what you're supposed. That's buying that new transmission. That's what that allows you to do. Um, so far, it doesn't really seem to be helping that much. I mean, I'm catching up here, but it's like I have the same top speed that I did last time. I think I'm pushing 160 a little bit better now, though, so that's good news. We're coming up on that this fated exit here where this jerk, Dr. Speed, has decided to quit on me instead of affording me the win that I actually deserved. Yeah, we're still pushing 170, which is the same as it was before. Okay, well, at least I cornered that without any troubles, and Dr. Speed was catching up there for a bit, but wasn't enough. I guess that was my revenge. It doesn't really feel as satisfying as I wish it was, but no matter. At least I don't have to worry about it ever again. Alright, so I've taken down three teams so far. The fourth one, or whoever decides to be the fourth team that I take out, whether that be Wind Stars or a Super Speedwagon, or hopefully not another star. I think then we'll be facing our next boss after that, so look forward to it. And by the looks of it, Super Speedwagon is the next team to go down. I think this is the last one. There's either one or two more, I'm not entirely sure. Bumbler here has a very green Super Wagon. And no, before you ask, their leader does not drive a Honda Accord wagon, unfortunately. It makes things a lot easier for me, but life does not work that way. Oh my gosh, I was drifting for like 5 seconds right there. Looked cool, but it kind of cost me, probably gonna cost me a race. It's too bad. He just took off. Yeah, that is a firm loss. I guess we're getting to that section of the game where I lose a lot. Not looking forward to it. And then we have 2 purple arrows. So that purple arrow, I can still keep track of my losses. It's either hot and cold, or it's autoerotic from Wind Stars. We haven't seen it in a while, actually. I actually didn't maybe challenge Bumbler here again right away. I wanted to get to the more favorable spot up near the C1 outer. But, oh well. Also, this guy kind of drives me. Very defensively, too. He really likes to block. Doesn't help that he has annoyingly fast acceleration on top of that. He's already putting some distance. And then here comes this curve. Okay, well, I mean, I didn't crash, but it's not looking too good. My head speed's going down super fast, and he's not crashing. Oh, I thought that was him. What a shame. I guess we could try one more time. Alright, so after another loss to Bumbler and another loss to Hot and Cold, who showed up right after that, I'm a little disheartened right now, since a couple of these rivals just can't get over the hump here. Also, I mean, I mentioned before, I've put a lot of money into this Sylvia already, but I wonder if it would have already been a good idea to drop the Sylvia and buy that new car that I was looking at. The downside of that is if I do buy the new car to get past these difficult enemies here, the bosses that come out as a result would by then be harder. So I guess it's sort of a trade-off. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Not gonna see Gemini ever again. at least until this race is over. Anyway, what I was saying is, on that new car it's like a trade-off. Like it's easier for now, but then it gets harder when the bosses come out. But if I keep losing, I don't even have enough. I mean, that transmission was really expensive, so I guess we just gotta keep going, right? Gotta keep going. There's not really any other option at this point. Alright, right now, the thorn in my side is Subarus. And unfortunately, at this stage of the game, there are a lot of Subarus. Good ones, too. The wagons aren't really, I mean, the wagons haven't really been a problem, except for Super Speed Wagon, of course. And, it's kind of like, oh, nice, thanks for crashing, autoerotic. But it's kind of like if the lackeys are this difficult, what does that say about the leaders? So I'm not looking forward to that. Are you serious? I cornered so well, and you're behind me. Like, what can you do there? Also, I wish it didn't take so long to catch up, because even though now I have the lead on him, and it's going to be the case for a while, that turn, I mean, I lost to Gemini at that turn up ahead, so... Ooh. But autoerotic is behind a good amount, so maybe that's enough of a lead to, Man, that turn just becomes super sharp at the end there. But thankfully I put enough distance between me and him to secure that win. At least that's one less Subaru we have to worry about. And now that we beat him, it's time for the leader of Windstars, who drives a Toyota Supra. Lavender, the yellow wheels. I forget who this is actually, I guess we're about to find out. Hopefully this isn't someone who makes Supras look god tier. But anyway, this is Requiem. Maybe he and I would be friends in another life. Since, you know, similar colored cars and all that automatically equates to good to compatible personalities. I should focus more on the race. He's right on my tail, not giving up. This is generally a pretty good stretch. It's close. But sometimes it's hard, like, since the draw distance isn't that far in this game, sometimes it's hard to tell, like, when you see an upcoming car, it's hard to tell if they're in your lane or they're in the other lane. And it's kind of a guessing game as to... Okay, that was the worst turn ever. I just had to let off the accelerator, and as a result, Requiem is catching up. Right on my tail now. Oh, you jerk. Why is ramming into the wall a much more effective technique for leaders than it is for enemies than it is for you? So annoying. It's blinking flashing red. I'm gonna right on him, but I don't know if I can close this out, especially if I do that. Are you serious? I don't want to race him again. Yes, crash more. It's not looking too good. Come on. Mess up here. Whew, I almost messed up there. Okay, not me. I wasn't talking about myself. Yeah, no. That was almost beat him on the first try, but maybe the problem, I want to say the problem kind of lies with me, since I have just failed to corner on multiple occasions. It's hard to say. Hopefully this race will both be easier and shorter than the last one, since we're coming up on the dividers. That's right, brake for no reason, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, he's falling behind, all according to plan. Now, with enough distance between me and him. I just need to race long enough to close this out. Oh gosh, I thought he was roaring back there for a second. Ugh, that was a bad turn, but doesn't matter. I raced kind of poorly. No big deal, we won. And I can sort of invalidate that tough loss that we took just a few moments ago. But now that we've beaten 4, if my guess is correct, and it is boss time. I'm not looking forward to this. I mean, that is a big Nissan Cedric. Very great as well. Never underestimate those big cars, though. This is Maximizer. Also, now that I have the music turned up slightly, actually let's turn up a little bit more for dramatic effect. That's more like it. Alright, and we can sort of show off this very intense and nerve-wracking boss music that is available in this game. Yeah, as expected, Maximizer is not going to go down easily. Bad news for me, since I am just notoriously bad at cornering. Okay, I like that drift. I'm a fan of that drift. Didn't even lose a lot of speed there, so it looked cool and it was optimal. How about that? Whew, that was close. He's fallen behind a little bit, actually. Ooh, much to my relief. He went down easier than some of the lackeys. Would you look at that? It's also because he's the B-class boss. He comes out, you know, if you clear a certain part of the section with a B-class car, which is what I just did. So that's a relief. Yeah, we after a string of tough losses, we managed to knock down a boss. That's pretty good, if I say so myself. Guess that big car was pretty quick. Just kind of shows that it's not really the best option if you want to really compete in this in this stretch of time with a ton of annoying corners, you know. Yeah, this is Gemini again. Is Gemini gonna challenge me? Nope. I should maybe take advantage of that. Members who challenge me, especially in this game, starting ahead of your opponent can be very important. That'd be the difference between a win and a loss. Oh good, I like this battle music. Although, later in the game, the lack of variety as far as battle music goes is very readily apparent. Stop bumping the picture. Out of the way. Thank you. Like even like the really big bosses, like the important bosses that you need to clear stage 1 and stuff, they get the same battle music as everyone else. It's a little bit disappointing, although I do like that battle music. It's just I wish they had more variety in that regard. Kind of spice things up a little bit, you know. Still not sure when to start breaking it. Like it's like an easy curve for a while, and then suddenly it becomes a difficult curve. I actually cornered quite. Oh my gosh, I cornered so well. It's still blowing past me. The good news is, this is also a favorable stretch of highway for me, since I still think I outclassed Gemini here in terms of top speed. I just need to pass them for a bit. And since they're blinking, flashing red, or I can do that, do the jerk move and ram into the wall. If I had lost that one, I would be pissed. Thankfully, that's another star member down. And there's another rival right there. I mean, unless that's Super Speedwagon, I think another star is the last team that has blue arrows, since we've seen every member of Super Speedwagon, I believe. Nope, just kidding. There was one more, the Crit Freak, who was hopefully not as annoying as Bumble back there. Guess we're about to find out. Also, I've made a lap around the course, or around this section of the map already. Oh my gosh, nope, this is already looking pretty bad. Don't even know where Grip Freak went now. I just got blown out. Gotta love it. Isn't it just the most demoralizing thing when you're already down a ton, and then you hit another barrier, and then you kind of have to accelerate slowly, and you fall even further behind, and yeah. Just yeah. Do I want to challenge Grip Freaking? Okay, what the heck? Oh, I think that made up my mind for me. Back to the garage. That's a very purple wagon. Unmistakably Grip Freak. Looking at the rivals list, I have 2 more of these guys, and 2 more Another Star members, and the leaders, and we'll be done with this section of the Shinkanjo. I don't know, was it rougher or less? I mean, the C1 outer, so far out of all of the, okay, why the heck did, no, yeah, that's right. So far out of all the sections we've raced on, I suppose we've only raced on 3, but just as a unit of measurement, oh my gosh. But as a unit of measurement, the C1 inner, probably still the hardest, just because of that difficulty spike at the end there with Black Knights and Roadmaster and Fine Driver, of course. And then this one also very difficult here with racers like Grip Freak. Yeah, that was a less of a blowout than last time, but loss is still a loss. Wait. Okay, no. Couldn't squeeze past that car. We're coming up on the C1 outer juncture though, so I think I'm gonna try and race it again after a little bit of waiting. We're starting the turn, sort of. Not really. Okay, we're starting on the straightaway, even better. I mean, I think we're pretty evenly matched as far as speed goes. But maybe I kind of have the edge. Don't want to crash there. Oh gosh, don't want to crash here either. Don't want to crash at all. Okay, slow down a little bit. That's all well and good. He fell behind quite a bit, so... see, them crashing in... Ooh, okay, just kidding. Speaking of crashing into the divider, chances of enemies crashing into, or rivals crashing into the divider greatly increases when there are cars around. I think just the AI sort of goes bonkers. And that was kind of unwarranted there. There were no cars there, crashed anyway. So, I'll take what I can get. I think that was only 3 on-camera races too, so I don't have to cut any of those out, even though some of those losses were a little bit difficult. What are we coming up on here? Oh, okay. Is it time to take down Super Speedwagon? Come on. Guess we're about to find out. I slowed down right away and I crashed into one. That would have been the perfect opportunity to pass. Now my racer name is Fast Eccentric. Instead of, I forget what it was already. Weird Eccentric? No, that was a while back. Impulsive Eccentric? No, maybe? Not sure. I think it changed during this episode. I'll have to go back and watch what it was. Yeah, sometimes corner, those sort of light corners, all you have to do is let off the accelerator. You don't even have to brake that hard. think I did it a little bit too much there because I'm not going to really gain on this guy fast enough. Maybe I can. It's just my SP is a little bit too low for my liking. Now it's flashing red. Ooh, okay, we passed him. I don't think it's going to last long because we're coming up on this this accursed corner. Not sure where I can't even see him. Okay, and I crashed. Great. Well, he crashed too. Definitely lost a lot of SP there. Ooh, here he comes. Did he bump me? That's exactly what I needed to close him out, because even though he's his SP is kind of going down pretty slowly, I guess. Both have flashing red. This is one of the closest races I've had in recent memory, but we're actually gonna, wow, we won. That was incredible. Long race too, 3.5 miles. We started all the way back there at that juncture and continued all the way down to the bottom section of the map there. But now that those two are out of the way, it's leader time again. Leader of Super Speedwagon, no less. Wait a minute, that is a Honda Accord wagon. It looks like it at least. And it's very yellow. This is Revolution. Unfortunately, since just by virtue of him being the leader, even though he has an Accord wagon, I'm sure he's not going to be very easy. A little bit of an underwhelming start, though. I'll take what I can get. It's just this corner's coming up. Okay, he aggressively took that corner, and it seems to have paid off for him. It seems to be a little bit there seems to be a part of his vehicle on the right side that's not rendered. It doesn't matter though, as far as his speed goes, because he is darn fast. And in my opinion, this is like the most troublesome part of the map for me. Not to mention, he would have liked to bump me off to the side of the road there. He pulled ahead finally, but for how long? Yeah, he's right behind me. And this, I think this is where I lost to Requiem earlier, TBH. Oh man, I slowed down as much as I could, but there's only so much you can do. Passed me again. Alright, he's lower now on SP than I was, but he's gonna start pulling away here. It takes me forever and a day to catch up to him. He's definitely, I mean, if there is a trend for rivals in this game, it's that these vehicles are tuned for acceleration, definitely. And sometimes they accelerate so fast that by the time you catch up to them, you might not have to turn again, and then by turning you lose speed, and then you have to accelerate, and so do they, and they accelerate faster than you, and it's just rough all around. That race is a pretty good example. I mean, of the few turns that there were, like, he easily beat me out. But yeah, I'm actually gonna leave that alone for now. Go to the next purple arrow on the map here, because that's probably hot and cold. I need to beat hot and cold to make the second command come out. So I'm going to try and do that here. We're actually coming up on the most favorable spot here, the legendary dividers. I don't really want to end this episode until we've beaten the entire Shinkanjo counterclockwise, but seeing how much trouble I've had with some of these routes in the past, it might take me a little bit longer. And we're running a little bit long here. So I might just carry that over into the next episode. This is the second time we are facing Mr. Revolution here. It is very flashy and probably heavy on the Accord wagon. Not underestimating it, of course, it's a problematic machine to race against. And he even beats out the Subaru wagons in that category, which is pretty crazy. But we're starting in a better spot here. We can at least maybe try to put some distance between him and myself on the straightaways before those turns come up. And as long as you see his headlights in the rearview mirror there, you know you're not far ahead enough, which is not looking too hot for me. Oh, speaking of hot, there is my least favorite racer so far, Mr. Hot and Cold. you know, I think generally, if you brake and turn, you're obviously gonna have less effective brake power. So I've kind of been braking and letting my finger off the figurative steering wheel as it was, and even after all of that, I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's that one spot up there where the AI loves to brake, but I'm losing SP really fast, and this isn't looking too hot. I didn't think that's the first time I've cornered that well, but you know, I'm not winning that. Dang it. Such a good start too. Swerval ruined it with one corner, with one bad turn. Not a lot of room for error, I suppose. Although I kind of knew that already from the start. Challenge, 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 yes. Perfect. We just raced hot and cold here, and not to, oh, actually, I did that off camera. After I lost our evolution, I challenged hot and cold here, and it didn't really work. So let's see if it works here. Off to a good start, as usual. Ooh, he hit a truck. Not good news for him. And I hit the wall, not good news for Divider, not good news for me either. He fell pretty far behind, but I think, yeah, he's gonna come roaring back after that. Ooh, close call there. All according to plan. How many races have we taken down there now? Like, a ton. I think we're gonna, oh no, there's a blue arrow up there. I think I know who that is. So we're gonna take that blue arrow down, and then we're gonna end this episode. It shouldn't be that hard. You'll see what I mean. Alright, we're here. And here is our first wanderer in a while. Gambling Fool, who drives a van. I don't know what kind of car that is, actually. It's one of the few cars in this game I don't even have like the slightest clue about, but he drives a van. And his requirement to come out is that he races on days that are multiples of 11. And this is day 55, so yeah, 55 divided by 5 is 11. There is your 4th grade math for you. He's also quite easy, so that's kind of why I wanted to end this episode here. I mean, just a van can only be so powerful. Being said, he blazed through that corner while I had to brake heavily. No matter, though. And, yeah, I mean, the acceleration is decent, of course, but this straightaway is where it really falls flat. And just like any Wanderer, and the fact that he's a gambler, I guess he gives out almost 4,000 credits. Not too bad, and we got his car. Yeah, so if we were so possessed by the desire to drive a van, which I will not. Yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm probably gonna race him a couple more times just to get that sweet payout. In this end, we're gonna take down the last team, another star here, and then we're going to move to the other rotation, or we're gonna start going the other direction. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.